Kavya, and I welcome you all, my soul family, into this session of mediumship that I'm doing with my friend Shikha here. She's come all the way from New Delhi for this session, and I'm very grateful for her approach. Hi, Shikha.
Hi.
And we are looking to connect with her loved ones on the other side. Let's see who is willing to come forward and what messages they have for her. So, as soon as I connect for you with the other side, I'm receiving messages from your father. He's introducing himself as your father, and let's see what he wants to say. I see him wearing white kurta and a pant. It's like a, can't really call it a pajama, but yes, it's open. It's white and is looking lean. Now, he seems to be not keeping well when he crossed over. Was he going through any prolonged sickness?
Yes. Ask him to give message.
Can I just touch your fingers a little bit? Have you lost an uncle or a person like an uncle? Like a Tayaji or a Chachaji?
Mm-hmm. He is someone else. He connected with me 4 years back as well. Let him come.
This same soul?
The same soul. Yes, I know him. Okay. He is my friend's father.
Okay, that's why he's saying father.
He is my friend's father.
Okay. Has your friend ever spoken about, missing him or not being able to sense him around? Because he's telling me he's trying to connect with her, or he's trying to make it known to her that he's there, but she or he doesn't pick up the message. Is it a she? It's a he. They don't pick up the message. They don't pick up the message.
Yes.
The fatherly figure is showing me that this young man, who we think is the son, uh, is quite lonely. Now, has he come out of a marriage or was he never married? But I see him very lonely, and there is a lot of gloom around him. There's a lot of depression around him.
He was married, then divorced, again married, but
there is separation again?
Not separation, but some differences are going
Differences
on.
Are there. And that is causing him all the depression and mental anguish.
Mm-hmm.
I see the son holding his face in between his palms and kind of not being able to see a way ahead. So father is worried about his son because the son is feeling very lost right now.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And he really wants to come forward and help. But the problem is that the son is so clouded with his own emotions right now, he's not able to sense the guidance his father is giving.
Tell him to give message or guidance. We will share with him.
I'm getting a month. This time is of around June and July this year. And the father is saying, just wait, there will be more clarity to him, to the son in his life around the month of June and July this year. There's also problem at work for the son.
Yes.
And does he do business?
No, he is.
Is he employed?
He is employed.
There's a lot of problem around the work also, and the father is showing me this great gentleman in spirit is showing me that he's trying to clear the way, but it will take some time. How beautiful is that? Do we have Shikha's father in spirit? When I'm asking this gentleman if we have Shikha's father in spirit, is he there and there who can connect with us right now? I'm getting a number. I see 7 first and then I see 17. Now, does it connect with your father, like his date of birth, birthday, anniversary, or the month that he crossed over in?
No.
Or what, has he been gone for that long?
No. 7 and 17 again connected with that friend of mine.
Okay, again he's willing to talk about himself and not allow anyone forward. Right. Let's see. I think his messages are not complete yet. We'll ask him more.
Ask him why he wants me to be there in his life as his emotional support or whatever.
Is there also a daughter to this gentleman in spirit?
Yes.
He's
she is not in spirit.
No. The gentleman is in spirit. The daughter is here.
Daughters, yes.
Yes. He is worried about the daughter. He's showing me one daughter. I think he's more worried about her.
Okay.
And it's like if there are more than 2 children, there is one daughter and the son that he's constantly trying to connect with, or try and send messages to them to show that he's watching over them from the other side, but they're not able to receive that. Daughter is slightly more intuitive than the son, he says, and he's also telling me that once or twice she has felt it, but she has just brushed it aside, thinking that maybe it is coincidence or imagination. But he's showing me that the daughter is standing in an open space, or probably she's going out and it's the road, and she's seeing or sensing something in the air, probably his scent, or some kind of a feeling of knowing that he's around, but she just quickly brushes this feeling aside and moves on. Now, is there also a child to the son?
Yes.
Is that a boy?
Boy and a girl.
Boy. See, now this gentleman in spirit is worried about the son of his son.
Okay.
Probably his son is very worried about the grandchild. That is why he's looking coming out very, very worried, and he's actually worried about the welfare of the child. Probably the clash between his son and daughter-in-law is causing a lot of anguish to the child as well. So he's very worried about the child, this young boy.
Okay.
Okay. So what else? I'm being shown a rose. Now, when I'm seeing a rose, I'm being it interprets for me as love. So the father is coming and trying to tell his son that there will soon be love again in life. Just hang in there. And it's a beautiful message for someone who's reeling under so much hurt emotionally. In the coming times, there will be a better relationship between his grandson and his son. But right now, that grandson needs a lot of help and support.
He's having 3 kids, one with the first wife and two with the second wife. About whom he is talking about?
This child is looking to be somewhere 2 to 4 years old. He's below 5.
Okay, so the younger one.
And this child is also very sensitive of what the gentleman in spirit is telling me. Even if when the granddaughter is able to ignore what's going on around her and keep herself busy, this child is very, very sensitive, is taking in everything, and is emotionally very, very vulnerable right now. I too see separation. The gentleman in spirit is telling me that there will be separation for a short while, but I don't see this separation to be lasting for a long time, where they have to live without each other. So probably they will be away from each other for a short while until they can find their peace, and their things will look up again.
4 years back, he gave me message of a accident. Please, can you recheck about that message?
Was the message about your accident or someone else's?
Someone else's.
And was that supposed to happen now?
Yes, in this year.
When I'm asking him with the sun, I'm still being made to feel that it is more an emotional accident, and towards the end of the year, probably from October or in October, after September, this time I can see on the timeline, there is danger, and that is happening. Was this message for his son?
For his daughter-in-law.
Daughter-in-law, because they are in a car.
Yes.
And the son is driving, but the vision that I'm seeing of the son right now is that the son is really lost, is not looking on the road, that at that moment he's thinking about a lot of other things, and he misses. The son is looking okay though, but someone on the passenger seat is seriously hurt. When I'm asking him how it is possible to avoid this, is it absolutely meant to happen, or can they do something to mitigate its effects? I'm being told that he needs to clear his mind. The son needs to clear his mind. Everything he's thinking about right now is only clouding his thought process, and that is what is going to keep coming back to him. So it is like it is becoming a habit with him, where he slips into that frame of mind and allows himself to just not be in the present moment, and that is where he is losing control. So is there anyone else? I'm also seeing this lady in spirit who's coming forward as your aunt, and her husband is still in this side of life. He's still around.
Okay.
She's talking about soup.
About?
Soup.
Soup.
Yes.
Soup.
First thing, when I tell her to clarify and give me a more accurate message that will help you understand who she is, she's talking about soup. Are you fond of soup, or was she fond of soup? Are you fond?
I am fond of soup.
You are fond of soup. Then I believe this is someone who you have known closely. But this soul does know your favorite food. That means she's coming from your side of the family.
Yes, maybe. Ask her what she wants to communicate.
Now, the lady who crossed over, did she also have a boy and a girl on this side? Did she cross over and she have two children?
Yes.
She's also showing me a cake. Is someone's birthday or anniversary or some kind of celebration around?
My birthday is in March.
Okay. Is there a connection with number 1, 4, or 5? 1 and 4 together, 5, 1, 4, 14, or singularly 1, 4, and number 5?
No.
Is there a birthday or anniversary in year? Now, when they say 1, 4, 5, 1 could be the first month of the year. Similarly, for number 4, fourth month of the year, or fifth month of the year. So that is coming out to be April or May. This could also be the number in the month when something important happened that you would remember or connect with. Is it someone's birthday? Is it yours? Is it someone you know, their birthday?
5 is my mom's birth date.
But your mom is not in
No,
spirit. She's not in spirit.
Is,
And did your mother have a sister who crossed over?
her sister-in-law actually.
Sister-in-law crossed over.
Yes.
And is it this sister-in-law who had two children, one girl, one boy?
Yes.
When they have moved on to the other side, and it has been a long time, they have grown on the other side, and they like to disassociate with their earthly identities also. So they no longer want to talk about the name, but yes, the strongest of the strong memories, they like to share that, and they talk about that. So when they were talking about soup, probably she liked to make for you, or she remembered that from your interactions with her when you would visit her. And also when she talks about water, probably you have always loved water.
Yes.
So that is something she knew about you from that long time ago, and that's what she's trying to bring forward to you. She's actually wanting you to remember who she is through these memories. So if you don't remember her as the personality she was, or if you only met her a few times, then it will be difficult for her to bring forward any part of her personality that you can connect with, because you know her as someone who you met on a few occasions, and she really feels something else on the deeper front. But there are so many other souls here who are just coming forward, and they would like to say a hi to you, and they're really smiling, and they're very chirpy, and I can very confidently say they're your ancestors, because they have this energy of blessing around you. Even when I am seeing them on the other side, I can see a lot of beautiful white color, and it's a diffused glow. So it's a beautiful energy that's coming from them to you. It is not possible for them to come one by one and introduce themselves, because they will only be able to talk so much to you about validation as you see and remember from any interactions with them in the present lifetime. So they have definitely been with you in many past lifetimes, and they share a beautiful bond with you. They're giving you a lot of blessings, but if you want them to come forward and introduce themselves, they won't be able to do that, because you don't have that word, that the memory of those physical features, because you haven't met them. But you have their blessings. So I can see a lot of people gathered on the right hand side of my mental frame, and they're like they're in all age groups. There are also ladies who have crossed over in middle ages. There are men who have crossed over in middle ages. There are ancestors of they are they crossed over much older. So some of them have lived a very rich and fruitful life, and some of them didn't get to live that long. Even they are sending their blessings, because they are no longer wandering. They want you to let know that they are no longer wandering anywhere, and they have ascended. They have come together, and they're blessing you from that place. However, there is a child. This child who I see, there's this young boy. probably around 10 years or just a little around that age. He is not so much in a happy place. Um, he's still waiting to connect with his parents. So he is growing on in spirit side. He's growing up there, and I can see that he's looking quite robust in health. Uh, but he's sad about the fact that he's not with his parents, and that his parents are also not very happy here, and the mother especially thinks about the son all the time, so he's not able to move on. Now it is very important for us to move on beyond the stages of grief. What happens is, maybe people say that there are 5 stages to healing, there are 7 stages to healing from the grief, but there is really no time frame or any set pattern that can help them come back to their real life. The mother is still in that frame of mind where she hasn't recovered fully, and thinks about the departed son a lot. So the son has not been able to move on the other side, and this he wants her to know that he's looking all healthy to me, and he's quite robust in body. But it's the mother's thought process, the mother's memories, and her constant whining from the heart to be with the son, to have the son near him, that is not allowing him to move on the other side. Would you know someone by the name of Saurav? I just got this name. Would you know someone? I'm not too sure. I'm just getting this name right now, Saurav.
Yes, I know this name also.
Have they lost someone recently?
I'm not in touch, so I have no idea.
Okay, so like I said, a lot of souls on the other side are just waiting to connect through you. So there is someone who's asking for Saurav. So unless we have any kind of validation, we'll not be able to move forward with who this Saurav is. But I hear this name very, very clearly. Did you work together?
No?
Or have you known him from a past working place or a past professional connection?
One of a person whose name is Saurav is working with my sister.
Right
So
now?
he once come to our place also, our house also.
Okay.
So,
But you're not in touch with him?
no.
Now, your grandparents who are in spirit, are they from your mother's side, your maternal grandparents?
Yes.
Because this aged couple here, divine souls who have come, they are sending a lot of blessings to your mother who is here with you on this plane.
Yes.
And they just want her to know that she's also not been very happy mentally.
Yes.
And she has been asking for a sign. She's been requesting her parents. She's waiting to get that comforting message from her mother. And I'm sorry, I'm hearing this from both the parents unanimously that we are here with you. And especially the father is coming forward. Was your grandfather a tall person?
Yeah.
And he had a lot of white hair when he crossed over. That's like absolutely white.
Yes.
So his face is very, very prominent. I can see it from the side. And his wife, your grandmother, is also there in spirit, not coming forward so much as he is. It's like he was just waiting for this connection, and he wants you to tell your mother that they're always with her, they're always around her. Even when she was asking the last time for a sign to hear from them, they have been around her. And especially your grandfather never leaves her side, he's always there. Is it something related to them that's coming up, like a birthday or an anniversary related to your grandparents? Something is coming up related to them. It's very, very close. I can see it on the timeline. It's very, very close. Like end of February or
They passed away in 13 days gap, so maybe it's in Feb only.
Okay, so they passed away in the gap of 13 days, both your grandparents,
Yes.
and that also happened in the month of February. So they're trying to tell you this is how you can validate that it is them. They're trying to tell you that. Your grandfather is letting you know that there is a beautiful opportunity coming in your life in the month of April or towards April. And he also wants you to just keep working on yourself, because the first 3 months are looking dark and grim, but that is something that time has been given to you to work upon yourself. He seems to be coming from a very high side spiritually on the other side, and he's also watching over you. He's like a guardian angel to you, and he's giving me these timelines especially for the month of April towards April end, where you can look forward to some opportunities in your life which you will be pursuing in the coming months after that. And this is something that is making your heart blossom. You're feeling really happy about it. It is something that you didn't know existed at the back of your mind for quite a long time, but it is finally being granted to you. So there is such an opportunity coming in your life. I also see travels for you related to this work coming around in the month of August or around that month. And then on he says things are going to be much smoother than they feel right now. After August, for you, times are looking smoother than they look like now, right now. There's also the soul of your father waving from the other side. He's like going hi, and he's standing next to your maternal grandmother. And I still can't see the lady very clearly, but I know she's there. She just doesn't want to come that clearly because she knows the message is sent. And he's standing there, and he has his personality is coming up as someone who wasn't very aggressive kind of person, someone who's very calm and would weigh his words very carefully but very spoke. And also it's like when he's saying a hi, it's like hi, is that kind of a feeling. It's like a little shy,
Yeah.
kind of expression I see. And he's just very, very elated in heart right now, and I can't tell you how much love he's sending to you. I can just channel it through my heart chakra to yours. This is like he's trying to tell you this is what I'm supposed to do. I'm only supposed to love you, my child, and that is what I've done when I was in body. And he's still doing that. So he has never left your side. He's always there.
I felt him so many times.
You felt him.
Yes.
And also when a message this strongly comes through my heart chakra, I know that they are close, because the feeling, what you're feeling, I can feel it, and also what they are feeling, it's coming on very, very strongly to me. So it's like the energy of love is being sent to you in huge amounts right now. Did he smoke?
Yes.
Okay. So probably you had a thought in mind, is it my father or is it someone else? So he just gave me this thought. He showed me a cigarette in his hand. So it's like just trying to tell you, it's me, it's me. And if I have to see him and describe him for what he looks like, he was not as tall as your maternal grandfather.
No, he was not.
He wasn't. So I'm seeing like in medium height, probably someone around 5'7", 5'8", or
5'6".
Yes, yes, yes. So now we know this is your father.
Yeah.
He's showing me a book. He's opening a book and he's showing it to me like this. Look, The writing is very tiny in there. I can see it in black. Was he fond of reading?
Yeah.
He was fond of reading.
Yes.
Okay. And somewhere you're also fond of reading because of him,
Yes.
or he imbibed this habit in you early on.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And often while reading or while you're in the book, you're thinking about him also. You're somewhere, you somewhere
I
have
feel
this
his presence most of the time.
most of the time.
Yeah.
So okay, wonderful. Did he have a library in his house, like big shelf, or where he had books stacked very well,
It's
clean?
there in my house.
It's there in your house. Okay. So he is very, very closely connected to this place. Books are drawing him even now. It's kind of like what kind of books you read and connect with. He sometimes goes and stands in front of that library or that shelf and just tries to read the names of the books, and even if the message is coming to him from those books, he tries to get that from them. Because we are going to have to open the book and read it. They can get the message if they want to. So she's just trying to stay on the same vibration as you are trying to get from those books. So this is a beautiful message. Like through you, he's also gaining knowledge. I'm seeing some kind of a hot liquid, but probably there's no milk in there. So, um, do you take your coffee or tea without milk?
Yeah,
Or
green tea. A lot of green tea.
yes,
Most of the time.
yes. And why is he telling me that? So, why? Why? Okay, he says that's doing you well, but you need to take your vitamins too. So he says that that's helping cleanse you, but you need to incorporate vitamin C in your diet. If you already aren't taking a lot of oranges or anything to do with lemon, he wants you to do that. He says it'll help you clear your chakras, it'll help you clear your get the messages clearly. That's right. Your mother often thinks about him, but he's just yes, or he's aware, and he says that yes, I know she's thinking about me all the time, but she's not sad. She's kind of come to terms with the fact, and also he's all right. So while he's showering his love to her, he's also aware of the fact that she's going to be okay. She's all right, and that she's taken care of. Very recently also, did she mention about him to you?
Yeah. On 6th, it was his death anniversary. So
Oh, she's
I
talking
was
to you
there
about
only.
yes, yes. You offered him some sweet.
Yes.
Was it white color?
Jalebi.
Actually, okay. So he first said a thank you. He said thank you for the sweet. But was kheer also his favorite?
And he was fond of sweets.
I am being shown this gentleman in spirit is specifically asking for white pudding, rice pudding, and if that is kheer or firni, then you can make it any day and offer it to him. He'll be glad to receive it. You have to go a long way. You have to go a long way. Was he very encouraging towards you always? He's trying to tell you not to get stuck in the present frame of mind. He so wants you to move forward, and again he's showing with this timeline which is coming around end of February, and he says probably something is beginning for you from there, or you will get an idea that you need to tread on around that time that is happening in the end of February. So anywhere after 21st of February, you can look for these ideas, or maybe suddenly you will get an idea and you will know you have to act upon that. And he's encouraging you, and the phase showing me right now that you're going through, he says, just hang in there, don't think much about it, just pass through this phase without taking any major decisions or thinking too much, or it's like don't disturb yourself.